Hello everyone, the Deceptiwolf here. Since my last review was something small and kind of hard to see, I figured this time I'd give you something large and easy to see. Armada Scavenger, today on World of Stuff. Now, two obvious things here. One is the very impressive size of the figure itself. The other is the fact that it is in Constructicon colors, which I imagine, if you have this figure, was enough for you already, despite the fact that Scavenger here is an Autobot. Odd, but still nice. Since Scavenger here is from the Armada line, he does have a mini-con. I have him right here. Here is little Rollbar. To transform Rollbar, you simply have to fold this part up, fold this down after unpicking the seats, fold down for feet, fold out, fold this all the way down, and fold out at his elbows for his arms. And what a nice little mini-con he is, yes? Scavenger himself features a plethora of sounds. No lights, but not really necessary. To get things started, we will open up the cockpit here, fold up Rollbar's legs for a sitting position, and then insert here. For a startup sound. And that's just the beginning. We can demonstrate how this sounds in a little bit by... First I'll show you this. This little back part right here has two little tines on it. One right here, one on the other side, to make a short mechanical trundle sound. Fortunately, these actual rubber treads move around with it, so it gives a much nicer impression of it. Also, when you move this forward, it has a little off-center circle so that this little scoop can lift up and down. Anyway, let's show you that, shall we? Surely. I probably could have demonstrated that a little bit smoother, but this is fabric after all. But still, not bad, huh? As you can see, Scavenger does have additional mini-con ports, both on the treads right here. These, amazingly, are not mini-con ports, which is handy considering that kind of comes into a good part of the transformation later. Scavenger here was one of the carryover toys into the Energon line as the Autobot Treadbolt. But the color scheme was actually a little bit drab. It was mostly gray. And let's face it, you got this mold because it was in the Constructicon colors. Am I right? Anyhow, let's move on to the transformation, shall we? First we'll come up to the top here, lift this part up, then we will lift and separate the shovel, move these down, make certain you fold these parts out, up and around, finish that in a bit, then we'll disconnect the treads, fold out for hands, then fold back. Then we will turn this around, getting a very interesting transformation sound, lifting up on the shoulders, and then putting down the arms, fold forward. We will then finish up this part. These things can disconnect, by the way. Nothing major, you can just put them right back in there. Anyway, we'll fold this part out, fold out this part for the foot, and fold this up for the knee. Then we will connect to these little pins right here. There we are. And repeat on the other side. Hopefully without removing the shovel entirely. There we go. And again, fold out the foot and attach to the pin. And there we go. Armada Scavenger in robot mode. Now, what's interesting is that you get some very different sounds with Scavenger in robot mode. For example, when you press down on Rollbar in his driver's seat, you don't actually hear the startup noise. But if you keep rolling this part down here, you get some very impressive stomping sounds. Now getting on to his mini-con gimmick, here we have Rollbar back in vehicle mode. We will lift up his arm, and right here is where roll bar plugs in for the gimmick. We will pull back and get a firing missile with sound. Talk about shooting from the hip, huh? Now obviously, if you plan to buy this toy at this point, I should mention that since it is from the Armada line, chances are it has dead batteries. Fortunately, these are easy to find but can be a little bit pricey. Unless you know where to look. Moving on to articulation, his head does rotate. His arms go up and down with accompanying sound. He also has an elbow joint with a nice ratchet click there. And he has waist rotation. Obviously, because of the way the legs work here, you're not going to get much out of them. But still, not bad for what it is. Well, that'll wrap it up for the Jolly Green Giant of the Autobots. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Armada Scavenger. Good night, everyone.